Hi, this is Ryan Dotson. Today we're here to talk about bug out bags. These are going to be packs that you want to keep in your home that have supplies for you if you have to gather up your family and leave your home. With what's going on in California right now, it's a good time to talk about these evacuation situations and what you want to have with you because you don't know if you're going to have a place to stay or not. First, let's talk about the bag itself. Now, with where I live, something like this, just as a small camouflage backpack, is probably what I would take. Chances are we would be in wooded areas, and so this would make the most sense. If I was going to stay in an urban area, I would probably swap out for something similar in size, but just a solid color backpack. You don't want anything that looks tactical. You don't want anything that has a frame or looks like you're going to be hiking or backpacking, simply because that's going to attract attention to yourself and it tells people that you have supplies other people don't. So I'm going to run through all the items that I had in that pack earlier today just as quickly as possible so that you can see the items that I would take with me. One that I always like to have is a really warm hat. I've used this in temperatures below 0 degrees, so I always like to have that handy. This is a water bottle with a filter built into the lid. It's excellent for purifying water. Got a first aid kit, always very important, just something small and lightweight. Spool of copper wire. This is excellent for making snare traps if you have to find food. This is just a simple multi-tool like a Letterman. It's always good to have. Now, this is my fire starting kit. In this, I've got a ferro rod. I've got wet fire cubes that are great for starting fire in the rain. I've got fire sticks. I've got a little container here that has char cloth in it, and then I've got some matches and I've got a lighter in here. So I like to have all that together. Now, talking about fire, this is nice to have. This is a little stove and a little can of propane, which is nice if you have to start a fire in a hurry. We've got a hatchet here. This hatchet actually has a saw built into the handle, so that's really good for processing wood. Got another filter. This is a straw style filter. It's light and compact. I like to have a few different blades with me. This is my big condor knife that I can use for just about everything, so I like to have that with me. This is a folding saw that works really well for taking down branches. I'm going to say up to 4 or 5 inches thick. Got a shemag. This is just basically a big handkerchief that serves multiple different purposes. Got cheapo garbage bag. You can always find use for a plastic garbage bag. This is a compass with a lens built in for starting fires. Now, I use this knife specifically for working with animals. If I've caught something in a trap or if I've gone hunting, this has a gut hook on it. Super sharp, excellent for skinning animals and things like that. This is called a pocket fisherman. Small, compact, but this will actually bring in fish up to about 5 pounds. I've used that a lot. Always like to have some paracord with me. I've also got this laced into my boots. You can see the ends of these. There's about 7 different cords inside of each strand of paracord. So that actually equates to several hundred feet of cord. I like to have tactical gloves with me. These protect the palms of my hands. They protect my knuckles, but they leave my fingertips out so that I can work on things if I need to. This is a simple survival bracelet, which gives me more paracord. It has a whistle built into it, has another compass, has another ferro rod, all built into this one little bracelet. So I've got a few of those. Extra pair of wool socks is always a good idea. Now, this is a thick tarp style emergency blanket. This is big enough to where I can use it for building a shelter, or I can use it just to wrap up. So I like to have one of these. MREs are always a good idea. This is actually about a week's worth of food, so small, compact, easy to take with you. This is a hand chainsaw, which is another way to process wood if you need to. Got a really nice tactical flashlight. This thing is indestructible, super bright. Got iodine tablets, which are another way to purify water if I need to. Got a small a stainless steel pot for boiling water or cooking food, a backup battery for my cell phone or any electronic devices with a solar panel to recharge. Got a headlamp here, LED, super bright, that I can take with me so I can work on things hands-free. And I've got some zip ties, always super quick and easy to reuse in place of cordage, a tactical pen, which is always nice for self-defense, and a tactical shovel if I need to do any digging. So that's the content. Oh, one more thing. Little knife sharpener here. This even has a little extension for a gut hook if you need to sharpen a gut hook. So that's a lot quicker and easier than a sharpening stone. So that's everything that I keep in my bug out bag. All of them have a purpose, and I've covered a lot of those purposes on different videos and in different articles, so feel free to delve into that further if you like. But that's a pretty complete list, and feel free to put notes in the comments. I'd love to hear if there's any items that you'd add to that list. Thanks for watching.